You know, I haven't covered any O'Keefe Media Group in a while, so yeah, this might be a good story. Might be a good story for sure. All right, help defend James O'Keefe against the Project Veritas lawsuit. Oh, wait, they're suing him now?
They aren't allowed to smoke a cigarette on the camera.
On Bigo, you can't smoke on Bigo. YouTube and shit doesn't care. All right, let's check out James O'Keefe's latest story. We covered the James O'Keefe Media Group when he first came out and he did his first story. Then it kind of fell off the radar for us. So I appreciate you dropping that in the comments for sure. Yeah, basically anybody you fly too close to Pfizer, and it doesn't matter if you built the organization, if you are the organization, you will be ousted out of your organization if you go against Pfizer. This is facts. This is facts. All right, let's check out this one though. All right, well, if you're new to the live, my name is Randall. This is the McClures. We react, review, we make fun of, we laugh at stuff. Links are in the description if you want to follow me on social or send a donation. If you don't like to donate to old bearded white guys, then go buy yourself something. ShopMcClures.com. That's the website, ShopMcClures.com. Pick you up something, I don't know, buy some car wash. Your car is dirty, and I need the support. Go check it out. All right, we're going to check out a video. This is a link sent over by good old Salty Nuts in the Rumble chat. Fantastic username, by the way. Says we should check out some more O'Keefe Media Group. We do have them on the channel. I'll probably post a link to that video at the end of this one. But we haven't visited them in a while. Salty, you can come on this podcast, bro. I'll invite you on right after we do this if you want. Yeah, so we hadn't done an O'Keefe Media Group story in a while, but we're gonna jump into this one. And then maybe after this story, we'll bring old Salty Nuts onto the stream, chop it up, see what he's talking about. But ACLU letter to federal court sides with our journalism in the Biden diary case following the FBI raid of myself. Reporters Eric Cochran and Spencer Mead's home. ACLU cites undisputed facts. Okay.
This just in, the ACLU, the American Civil Liberties Union, and the Freedom of the Press Foundation have just issued letters to the federal judge about the FBI raiding our home and the case involving the president's daughter's diary. My home was raided by armed FBI agents in the pre-dawn hours of November 6th.
Yeah, that whole thing was crazy.
The ACLU writes, opening the door for criminalization of journalists' receipt or possession of expressive materials would result in censorious prosecutions under existing law and inspire legislators to conjure up disastrous new ways to thwart journalists seeking to expose malfeasance. This is a 5-page letter. I'm going to read some of these sentences to you. The proper resolution of this dispute is a matter of significant interest to the American Civil Liberties Union and its members. That's pretty shocking to a lot of people out there.
Yeah,
the
who
ACLU
cares
is defending
what the ACLU
James O'Keefe.
thinks?
In this letter, the ACLU cites a case called Bartnicki v. Vopper, a famous United States Supreme Court case from 2001 that says journalists can publish stolen information so long as journalists played no part in the theft of that information. The ACLU writes, limiting First Amendment protection to publication will reduce Bartnicki to a nub. The right to publish newsworthy information is of little use with
That's what they're going after Assange for, right? They're trying to say that he was a part of stealing the information that he posted. Right? Is that basically the Assange thing?
without the concomitant right to possess the information upon which the publication depends. ACLU writes, courts have long recognized that otherwise valid laws may become invalidated in their application when they invade constitutional guarantees. Now, here it appears to be undisputed that someone else had already stolen Ms. Biden's diary before petitioners, that's me and Spencer, acquired it or even knew it existed. Now, the government wrote a response to what we argued. The report acknowledged that petitioners, again, that's me, cannot be held culpable for publishing the contents of the diary, but appeared to suggest more generally that Bartnicki v. Bopper, that Supreme Court case, does not bar criminal charges for receipt and possession of stolen information, even if the information touches on matters of public concern. That distinction is dangerous, writes the ACLU.
Okay, so they're basically saying if you're a reporter, you're allowed to print stolen information, but you can't possess it? So, like, you could, what, get the email and post it and then delete the email, but you can't keep the email? What are they even talking about? That's stupid.
ACLU and would turn Bartnicki, that Supreme Court case, on its head, limiting Bartnicki to publication of records that were unlawfully obtained or disclosed by a source and excluding from its reach the receipt and possession of those documents would afford legislators and prosecutors an easy runaround of the First Amendment. The ACLU writing, the First Amendment does not indulge such workarounds.
It is pretty impressive, I'd have to say, of the ACLU. I thought that organization was completely lost to the weeds. So it is nice to see them come out and support James O'Keefe in this diary thing. It is surprising, though. It's definitely surprising.
Thus, Judge Kodal recently recognized in a WikiLeaks case, that was the Democratic National Committee suing WikiLeaks that went up the federal court system. In that WikiLeaks case, that, quote, journalists are allowed to request documents that have been stolen and to publish those documents. Other authorities bolster Democratic National Committee's conclusion that press freedoms extend to receipt and possession as well as publication of stolen documents. And in 2021, the Attorney General of the United States, Merrick Garland himself, issued a memorandum providing that the Department of Justice will no longer use compulsory legal processes for the purposes of obtaining information from or records of members of the news media acting within the scope of newsworthy activities. That means you don't raid my home with guns pointed at me, stealing my reporters' notebooks. That's what that means, Mr. Attorney General. The Attorney General prohibits such conduct by his Department of Justice.
They don't care, bro.
The ACLU acknowledges that. And we urge this court to affirm that.
But we all know the current Department of Justice does not care about the rules. They don't care about the laws. They don't care about hypocrisy. They're on a single-tracked mission right now to cover up for Biden and stop Trump.
That the First Amendment protects a reporter's right to receive and possess a document in matters of public concern. There were even if they were unlawfully obtained by a third party, any other result would undermine not only the Supreme Court's holding in U.S. Supreme Court case Bartnicki v. Bopper, but also decades of precedent protecting news gathering and other necessary antecedents to constitutionally protected speech. Signed, Brian House, Brett Max Kaufman, American Civil Liberties Union, Council for Proposed Amica Curiae, ACLU, Freedom of the Press Foundation, and Fire. Thank you very much to the American Civil Liberties Union. Stay tuned. We are going to continue fighting for the First Amendment.
All right, pretty crazy. James O'Keefe rated for the diary. $20 a month if you want to support him. Or 15 grand if you want to be an ambassador. Holy shnikes. Holy shnikes. But that's James O'Keefe in the O'Keefe Media Group there. If you guys haven't been keeping up with him, make sure you check him out. Make sure you check him out. Try to give him some support. He did get ousted by his old organization, so we should try to support him a little bit and keep him going. If you want to support me, check the links in the description or shopmcclures.com. If you're on the live, we're going to keep going. If you're not on the live, what's wrong with you? Monday, Wednesday, Friday, come join us. Rumble.com/McClures is the best place. We do stream on Twitch and Facebook and YouTube, but who really gives a shit about them? Go check out rumble.com/McClures. Rumble's the future, so I'd prefer you tap in with me over there. Later, bye.